Hello everyone, welcome to this session on Python data types. In today's class, we are going to understand four very important Python data types, that is list, tuple, set and dictionary. These data types are extremely useful because in real world engineering problems, we often need to store multiple values together. For example, vehicle speeds collected during a traffic survey, survey coordinates, construction material names, pavement condition records. So instead of storing each value separately, Python allows us to organize the data efficiently using these data types. In this session, for every data type, we will discuss its category and meaning, code syntax in detail, real-world application, and civil engineering examples for those data types. So let us begin with the first data type, that is list. First, let us understand what a list is. A list is a sequence data type in Python. The word sequence means the items are stored one after another in a particular order. Just like roll numbers in a attendance register, traffic data collected over a time, laboratory readings stored sequentially. So in a list, order of data is maintained. Duplicate values for those data are also allowed. Data can be changed later because the values inside a list can be modified later on. So list data type is called a mutable data type. Now let us understand this with a simple example. Suppose during a traffic survey, we observe vehicle speeds like 45 km per hour, 50 km per hour and 55 km per hour. These values can be stored together inside a list. Now let us understand the syntax carefully. Here we have the word speeds. This is the variable name. It represents the collection of speed values. Next we have the symbol equal. This is called the assignment operator. It assigns the values from the right side into the variable on the left side. Now observe the square brackets. Here in Python, square brackets represents a list. Whenever Python sees square brackets containing multiple values separated by commas, it understands that this is a list. Inside the bracket, we have mentioned 45, 50 and 55. These are called elements or items of the list. Each item is separated using a comma. So the complete meaning of this code line is store the vehicle speed values 45, 50 and 55 inside a list called speeds. Now let us understand the real world application. Think of a Python list like a civil engineering toolbox. Inside the toolbox, we can store multiple items together such as notebooks, measuring tapes, calculators. In the same way, a Python list stores multiple values inside a single container. The list data type becomes very useful because a list is a mutable, which means we can add, remove or modify values later. In traffic surveys, duplicate observations may occur. The list data type allows these duplicate values to be stored. Also, this data type preserves the order of data, so the observations remain in the same sequence in which they were collected. For example, suppose another vehicle speed is observed during the traffic survey is 60 km per hour. Now we can simply add this new observation to the existing list. This flexibility makes the data type very useful in real-world civil engineering applications, such as traffic survey, where new observations are continuously collected. Lists are commonly used in civil engineering for traffic survey data, rainfall recording, concrete test results, daily temperature observation, experimental measurements, so on. Now let us move to the second data type, that is tuple. This tuple data type is also a sequence data type. That means items are stored in order and sequence is maintained. But there is one major difference between list and tuple. In tuple, values cannot be changed after creation. Values means elements inside the tuple cannot be changed after creation. Because of this, tuple is called as an immutable data type. This makes tuple useful for storing fixed information. Now let us understand the syntax. Here, point is the variable name and the symbol equal is the assignment operator, which assigns the values written on the right side. Now notice the round brackets. Round brackets represent a tuple in Python. Inside the tuple, we have 10, 20 and 30. These are the tuple elements. So, the meaning of this statement or this code line is store fixed coordinate values inside a tuple called point. Point is the variable name. Now let us understand the real world application of tuple. Think of a survey coordinate points which are collected during a land survey. Once the survey coordinates are finalized, they should not change accidentally. For example, x coordinate, y coordinate and elevation value you have collected from the land survey. These values together represent one fixed survey point. In the same way, a Python tuple stores multiple values together inside a single container. But the values are fixed and cannot be modified accidentally. Now let us see the civil engineering application. Suppose a total station survey gives the coordinates as easting equal to 10, northing equal to 20. We can store it using a tuple. Point equal to within parenthesis 10, 20. Tuples are useful because coordinates should remain fixed and accidental modification is prevented, and also data becomes safer. Tuples are commonly used to store survey coordinates, GPS locations, structural node coordinates, beam end positions, bridge support locations, likewise. Now let us discuss the third data type, that is set. A set is used to store unique values only, no duplication. This means duplicate values are not allowed. Now, this data type set work little differently as compared to list and tuples. In a set, the items are not stored in a fixed order and the duplicate values are automatically removed. That means if the same value appears multiple times, Python will keep only one copy of the value. This data type set are very useful when uniqueness is important. Now let us understand the syntax. Here, materials is the variable name. The curly brackets represents a set. And inside the set, we have stored cement, steel, sand. And these are the element of set. Each element is separated by commas. So the statement means store unique material names inside a set called materials. Now let us understand the real world application of the set data type. Think of a Python set like a construction material inventory register which is used at a construction site. Suppose a site engineer records material purchases throughout the day like cement, sand, again cement, steel, sand. In the purchase records, some material names may appear multiple times. But if we want to prepare a final inventory list showing only unique material names, we do not want the duplicate entries. So the final list will become cement, sand and steel. In the same way, a Python set stores only unique values and automatically removes the duplicate entries. Suppose a construction project uses different materials like cement, steel, sand. We can store them using a set. As we are seeing here, materials equal to, within curly bracket, we have written cement, steel, sand as elements. Now suppose we accidentally write cement again, like within curly bracket, cement, steel, sand, another element cement. Python automatically removes the duplicate value. The final set will be within curly bracket, cement, steel, sand. These data types are useful for storing unique material names, unique road names, unique contractor IDs, unique soil classifications, unique equipment numbers, so on. Now let us move to the final data type, that is dictionary. Dictionary is a mapping data type. It stores information in the form of key and value. This means every value has a label. For example, name colon NH16, PCI colon 82. Here, name and PCI are the keys, NH16 and 82 are the values. Dictionary is extremely useful for labeled engineering data. Now let us understand the syntax carefully. Here road is the variable name, curly bracket represents the dictionary. Inside the dictionary, name is the key, NH16 is its value. Similarly, PCI is another key, 82 is its value. So this statement or the code line means store labeled payment information inside a dictionary called road. Now let us understand the real world application of dictionary. Think of a Python dictionary is like a labeled record sheet used at a construction site or engineering office. In this record, every piece of information is stored with a label. For example, name is Rahul, designation is site engineer, experience is 5 years, project is highway construction. Here, each value has its own label. In the same way, Python dictionary stores data in the form of key and value, where key acts like a label and the value is the actual information associated with that label. So in this session, we understood 4 important Python data types that are very useful in programming as well as real-world engineering applications. First, we discussed the list data type, which maintains the order of the data, which allows changes to be made later on, and also permits duplicate values. Next, we discussed about Tuple, which also maintains the order of the data, but it stores fixed data. It cannot be altered on later on. And once a tuple created, it cannot be changed, means it cannot be modified. Then we discussed set, which stores only unique values, and duplicate values are automatically removed. Finally, we studied dictionary, which stores labeled information using a key value structure. So these data types help us to organize, manage and process different kinds of engineering data efficiently in Python. So see you in the next session.